Yo, what up everybody? Magic Mike. We are on another job site, so we're getting ready to do a custom countertop. Got my truck here running. Little tip that I like to do is run my truck all the way cold, leave my epoxy in here, get the car nice and cold, because just like to not have it be super hot. Sometimes it can get hot in the back of the truck waiting on a job outside. It's freaking 9,000 degrees here in sexy South Florida. So this is a large countertop outdoor situation that we are gonna sand. We got everything taped off. It was currently has epoxy on it, so we don't have to do the whole situation as we would normally do if it was concrete, and we get to go right over this. Ishmael's already got everything sanded. We got it prepped so that it can pour down. We're gonna pour the top area first, and then wait about 2-3 hours, pull this one, and then get this all prepped, pour the bottom side. We also have another little side project that we're going to work on, which is this waterfall. And the client wanted to do the same thing, but this is a nightmare to try to pour metallic epoxy right here. This stuff it's freaking wicked hot. You know, I recommended paint, maybe a polyaspartic, maybe a flake, or replacing this whole top thing, but be very cautious when trying to do stuff like that. So right now Ishmael is getting all of the edges sanded as best as possible. We have this textured rock edge, which you're not going to be able to get perfect, but you can definitely increase the bond on it. Once that's done, I'm going to get all of the epoxy. We're going to use a Cimarron 1100 SL with our pigments. I'm going to get all of that mixed up, and then I'm going to pour out pretty much a basic marble pattern. Pour some blobs, let it run over the edge, touch it, stay here and manage anything that happens to it. It's outside. We have a not too bad of a day. Doesn't look like any rain, but we are in a covered situation that you can see up top here. So my main thing is I want to get it down, get everything to flow out quick, and then have time to sit and wait and watch, just in case, you know, at about the 3-hour mark, everything's done. And if anything fell in it, I can have some tweezers, take it right out, and pour the bottom. We're also going to pull the sink, and then we'll do one more little prep down here. And yeah, so stay tuned for the job. Okay, I just wanted to give you a little idea of my setup for this job. We're going to be using the SL1100 base. We got some charcoal, some silvers. I'm going to mix some glitter. I got my mixing paddles, drills, long paint sticks, buckets, gloves, 6-inch weenie rollers, another bucket. I got some microfiber towels. I'm going to grab my tweezers, and I got my torches, and that pretty much gives me everything to be ready to start to coat this. We got it all grinded down. We got everything prepped. We're going to put a bead of black caulk all in here because the rock is so thick, it's really hard to secure it properly. So because we don't have a great solution, we're just gonna, I told the homeowner, you know, it is what it is. We're gonna be here. If something drips, we'll do our best to take care of it. But yeah, so we're gonna, spots like this, we're gonna fill this all the way up with black caulk. And then at about 2.5-3 hours, we're gonna pull this all off and hopefully have a beautiful finished product. So stay tuned. We're about to do countertop pouring of this metallic epoxy using a flooring epoxy, but this epoxy here is perfect for countertops. So I've used it a number of times, and yeah, stay tuned. So I'm basically just going to take caulk and fill this whole cavity so that any of the epoxy that comes down off of here has to go forward onto my tape. Just like that, everything's filled up, and I'm going to continue all the way around. So I can get a little bit better angle here and kind of see that gap right there. I'm filling all that in. Okay, I got everything filled in all the way around, so now when it drips over this edge, I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to pour this about 4 ounces a square foot. I'm going to do the math right now on this. Basically, I'm going to do this in inches. I probably have 18 inches there by whatever that is there. I multiply that by each other, those two numbers, then I divide it by 12 and then by 12 again, and that will give you your square footage very easily with a calculator, using just to go from inches to square feet. So this is how I'm going to do it. Okay, here's like 15 minutes of me mixing, smushed down into 1 minute, so you can slow it down if you like to, but yeah, I'm just getting everything mixed up. Okay, I want to show you one of my favorite, I guess, pro tips. After you're done mixing, I like to bring it up, slowly spin it on the top of this to get it done. Bring another bucket, tilt it all the way close, lift it, insert it, make sure that it's on the high speed, and let it eat for like 10-15 seconds. And all of the wet epoxy is going to be flipped into this bucket here. And now you have minimal residue on your paddle and it's ready for you to keep going. So Magic Mike, pro tip. Boy. Okay, so I got it poured. We had disaster after disaster after disaster, but as you can see, still turned out beautiful. The wind really picked up as soon as we started pouring, spraying little drops all over the place. You can see we got some clouds off there in the distance. Everything is pretty much set up. We're just letting it cure right now. I think all things considered, it's a nice 2-3 tone metallic countertop. I'm going to do a little bit more bubble mitigation, and yeah, went fast. Things happen fast. You got to be prepared. We did our best to tape it off. The brick doesn't take tape very well. We learned that when the wind showed up. So yeah. Okay, so the top is all done. It's pretty much dry to the touch. The edge didn't come out too bad. We got a little bit of silicone here when we pulled it in some places. I'm gonna let it dry, then try to peel it, and then hit it with a little sanding. Right now I'm going through and taking a razor, so we're at about the 3-hour mark, and I'm just picking up anything that got on this countertop up, so that we can get to sanding this now. So you can see it's just like a plastic now. Just take a scraper and just get the top layer out, and then it may gum up the blade a little, you know, the sanding pad a little bit there, but no big deal. We're gonna pour it thick. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. This is all curing, pretty much dry to the touch. We're gonna drop this, and then we're gonna get out of here. Okay, so the weather's passed. We got everything over here prepped and ready to go. Ishmael is pouring out our first kit right here. Doing the same exact thing. I'm gonna add a little bit more product this time, but same thing. This was done just a few hours ago. It is dry to the touch. Customer is very, very happy. Kind of see here, it's a little bit more dramatic of a countertop than he had previously. You can kind of see here what the first guy did and how it looks, and the Magic Mike came through. Did something nice for him. So we're gonna finish this, and then we're gonna get out of here. It's been a long day, but we're getting to the finish line. So we're all done with the pour. Just kind of waiting for it to set up a little bit, then we'll pull the tape. And I got it's all flowing over the sides right now. A happy little mess, Bob Ross would say. Yeah, Magic Mike Epoxy, all in a day's work. Alright, so I found my mic, but it's disconnected. We're all done here, so it's not actually working. I'm just using it as such. One day, 120 square foot countertop. We also did a little guy right there in the back. Let me flip this around. Thank you. So we pulled the tape. We got the top and the bottom done in the exact same day. Did the top first, waited for it to dry. Came down and did the bottom. Waited, pop bubbles. Everything came out nice. There was a little bit of a storm out west. It ended up not being a problem, and yeah, you see the final result. Magic Mike Epoxy, baby. If you need the best, call the best. That's all I'm saying. Over and out. Look at how pretty Sheila looks. Damn. That's a pretty girl. Listen to her breathing. Listen to her. She's a hungry girl. She's a hungry girl.